We live?
Yes, that's what the whole clink is. Some noise it makes when you start recording.
Thank you. Detective Watson. Yo, welcome to another car episode of the Yin-Yang show.
Hold up. Pause. You just call me Watson? Like I'm your sidekick? Hold up! Wait a minute!
I said Detective Watson.
Did you just call me Watson?
Would you like to be called Sherlock?
Yes! You did not call me a second-rate detective! How dare you insult me in such a manner?
Yes, I
No!
I'm sorry.
I am a sociopath like Sherlock freaking Holmes! How dare you!
Okay, I'll be Watson. Does that make you happy?
Yes, it's quite elementary, Watson.
Welcome to another episode of the Yin-Yang show. I don't even know how to explain that, to be honest with y'all, but we're going to start off with rants like that. Let me give y'all a rant for your ages. So, Devin. I'm sorry, Sherlock.
Yes.
Wales. That's when I start calling you Harris H-W. Which whales do you like the most from the Flash, bro?
That's a toughie. That's real tough, actually.
Nah,
you know I love all the whales.
But yeah, what's your favorite
They
whale?
all smart Alex. Except for the one that wasn't actually a genius.
You talking about the lover one? The French one? Sherlock?
No, he was a smart Aleck and smart too. I was talking about the other one. The one that actually wasn't a genius at all. He was just a nice person who sacrificed himself for Iris.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, I said he's the only one that wasn't a smart Aleck. He was just more of a fun character. But also, I'm just really impressed by the guy who plays
Kavanaugh?
well. Yeah, is that his real name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Kavanaugh. Like, his ability to play so many different versions of the same character is impressive, like, for real. But yeah, I don't know who would be my favorite. Like, it's a tie between Dawn Wells and Sherlock, probably.
My favorite is,
And then maybe also, dang, what's the other one? The
HP? I know there's HP, there's Wells.
I think that's his. I think it's HP, the one from Earth 2, I believe.
Yeah, HP.
Yeah, HP. Yeah, those are my three favorites.
I know my favorite is HP just because that one and the one that found out about Nora. That was my favorite one.
Oh, the most recent one?
Yeah. One second, most recent one. I was thinking that I'm like, damn, we ain't watch The Flash in a minute, D.
That's because
I
the
know.
show's been on hiatus.
Oh, man.
And I'm still upset, though, that my boy, Dibney, why CW? It's an old tweet.
Let it go.
No, because that means one or two things. Either I have to recast the character.
Or they're about to script it all together.
Yeah, they have to just scrap it. It's just like, well, I guess we're not going to go with the elongated Dibney story anymore. Because people who read the comics been talking about what story they can be going with, and then revealing who Dibney's wife is supposed to be.
And
I'm like,
finally get who his wife was supposed to be. Sue, didn't he?
yeah, I'm like,
meet
bro,
her.
we got Sue, so I mean that there's gonna be a love situation there. That means they're probably gonna get married on the show and stuff. But it's gonna be a little bit different than the comics, obviously, because no one wants to replay the freaking comics on TV. You might as well just read the comics at that point. That's why I always get upset when people get so upset. It's like, this isn't how it happened in the comics. I mean, fam, I understand you just want the comics animated, but
That's what animated movies are for.
no, it's not that. It's just like, bro, that's not what we're finna do. I'm sorry. We got color pictures. You got imagination. They already did that. They're taking inspired work, and then they're going to make it into another medium, a TV show, movie, or cartoon. Like, now I understand, like, I can give you credit for people who don't like when they do books like that, then they take a book story and then they change a lot of stuff. I understand that. That's actually aggravating.
Yeah.
I
You read the
understand.
book and you want them words to come to life, not this.
Yeah,
this off-brand version of it.
Yeah, because that makes sense because you didn't see this. You have no pictures. You have what you imagine, maybe, but you don't actually get to see it or act it out. So that I understand when they take stuff out of a book or change it. That I completely give you. But when it comes to like a comic book or a manga, it's a iffy. It's like, bruh, so what? And then especially with comic books because there's so many different universes anyway. So I'm like,
definitely talking about DC and Marvel.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh, you do realize there's this thing called a multiverse, right? So this
Ain't no
ain't even.
rebirth. There's this thing called DC Rebirth, the New 52. you don't know what storyline these niggas can pick from. Like, I'm watching The Flash on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching the comic book series. You know how they take all the volumes and they condense it and make it one big ass thing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching The Flash now. I just got done watching The Flash versus Godspeed. That way I know what's coming up, because Godspeed's supposed to be coming up. I can't wait for that arc. That little teaser we got, Godspeed kicking Barry's ass, was not enough for me. I'm like, what? Then he talking about he gonna create a new Speed Force. I'm like, so you gonna, Barry, you are the Speed Force, and then somehow magically, I think you seen that episode where Wally had new powers and shit. Like, he can make energy constructs, speed constructs. I'm like, that shit was fire. That shit was fire. I hope they do a lot more with Wally West. I got tired of Wally West just being a sidekick, and he's like legit a main character in the comics. Like, Wally does some wild shit in the comics.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Wally takes the mantle of the Flash after Barry.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, Barry's still around, so he can't take the mantle.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be gone after he entered the Speed Force. He was supposed to be gone for a while. But then again, they did change it because Savitar wasn't supposed to be coming in until like Barry was older.
And then we already know that a lot of this is different than the original anyway, because of the whole timeline thing that Dawn messed with.
That is true. Dawn brought everything up like 10 years, I think. I want to say 10 years.
So that should already give a hint to like the whole difference that this is gonna be from the comics in itself. Not saying, I don't know if there is a comic where Dawn actually came back in time and did mess with Barry, but I'm just saying that general sense right there.
I think so.
Like, that should already hint that this was gonna be different. It's just like that the Star Trek movie. That when coming out these past few years, when they had already played off that whole time travel scene or whatever with that bad guy or whatever, that should let you know that this is not going to be the Star Trek you grew up with.
Bro, I love the Star Trek movies. Now, granted, I haven't watched none of the original Star Treks, like the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
One, because that shit looks terrible. That animation, those people look terrible to me. But the movies, oh yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I'm a Trek fan for real.
See, when it comes to the Star Trek and Star Wars, like, especially with the older stuff, but especially Star Trek, though, more than Star Wars, I'm very much impressed by what they were able to do with the limitations they had.
That you can get a credit for.
Because if you ever watch any of those, like, documentaries or behind the scenes of the, like, the early stuff, bruh, they had so much limitation, but with the things they were able to do with it, and camera angling, and then creating their own sound effects, because soundboards weren't really a thing yet. Same with Doctor Who. It's like the amount of, even though, yeah, to us today, it looks like, wow, this looks lame. But honestly, at the time, if you really think about what they had to do with the limitations, bro, that is impressive. Well, I'm sorry we have to cut this conversation short, guys. I know some of you guys are like, wow, this is actually a real conversation. I
got time. You chilling. That's why I came early. Like, usually when we start these, when we get in a good conversation, by the time we get to like the meat of the conversation, I'll be at work. It's like, okay, we gotta go. See you next week. So like, and my manager texts me like, hey, can you come in at 4? I'm like, I'm already on the schedule for 4. Do you want me to come in earlier? He's like, yeah, sure. Just come in when you want to. Just be here by 4. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I was enjoying this conversation. I'm actually driving. I gotta give you gas. Remind me that.
I mean, you already said you was gonna do that this Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
Okay, make sure. So just put some gas in here and then I'll just fill it up. But, where were we at with? I never watched Doctor Who, and I feel bad for myself for not watching Doctor Who.
Oh, Doctor Who's amazing.
I know you got it.
I mean, I've been watching it. I mean, I was, as you know, on my DVR, I don't hoard shows and movies. I watch it and I delete it.
But no, I'm trying to find, how many seasons is it? 9? It's 9 seasons?
No, Doctor Who's like 13. But if you're talking about from the newer shows, it's from, I want to say 8 to 13. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 5, I think. From the like modern, because there's the old ones that came back in like 60s and 70s, I think. And then they revamped the show again now in the 2000s.
Alright. Is it for continuity purposes, do I have to go back and watch the old ones?
Not really, no.
So I can go see.
I mean, you could almost start from any, like, you'll be lost no matter where you start generally, but the show explains what you need to know for the moment, but they will reference stuff from, mainly stuff from the, like, most modern episodes are going to reference things from modern episodes. Every once in a while they have TV specials that will reference things from the old, but generally if you just watch the modern, you'll be fine. Because I haven't watched the old episodes.
Okay, I can do that. Because when they told me, you know how you binge watch like a manga or anime and you already behind. When they told me about Naruto being like 700 some damn episodes, I'm like, how the fuck no? Fuck no. But by the time I started, the manga was ending and Boruto was coming out. But watching Naruto was like every night, 4 episodes, 3-4 episodes every night. They're like, why are you watching every episode? I'm like, there's fillers. I'm like, what's a filler? What's a filler episode? They're like, it makes no fucking sense to be in this story. It's just them wasting time until the next part comes up. They said after the Naruto left the village, go to Shippuden. I'm like, so everything after Jiraiya and Naruto leave the city, Konoha, and Naruto, I skipped. I didn't see half these fights, like Rock Lee versus Shira. Have you seen that fight?
I told you I don't really watch Naruto. I told you, like, I used to watch Naruto when it came out to Nami when I was a kid, but I just kind of stopped because I don't know, I just kind of grew out of Naruto. But I enjoy the games, so everything I know about the story is mainly from the video games.
Yeah, I'm mad.
Anything outside of the games, I probably don't know. There's probably only one maybe filler arc I've ever seen that I still remember that I liked. I can't remember it that well, but I don't know if it really is filler or if it, because I don't really know the only time I know an episode's filler, mainly if it happens abruptly. Like in Bleach, you can tell what's filler and what's not.
I never watched Bleach.
But,
I said I was never going to go watch Bleach.
But with Naruto, I can't really tell because it could just be a side mission. But then, yeah, side missions is the kind of point of being filler.
Yeah, that's true. I never got why this thing. Oh, this is cute.
What do you think it is? It's security. He's making sure everything.
I've never seen, like, I just see the Allied Universe. I've never actually read what was on to this now. I'm like, what the fuck? That's an ugly ass security vision, but it's like, okay. Alright, now we're officially done. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Alright.